Hey guys, welcome to our new YouTube channel. Well, it's not new anyway, but I've decided that I want to make a contribution to the community, specifically the community of homesteaders, self-sustaining community. It's something that I feel really passionate about. It's something why we do what we do. We really think it's important to empower the people to be able to grow their own food, to be able to live self-sufficiently. As most people can see, the world's not in a really happy place right now, and in my personal opinion, I don't think it's going to get a lot better. So what I wanted to do was weekly release some videos as to how we go about homesteading, how we go about self-sufficiency, and I hope I can bring something to the table. I haven't done it previously because I was like, well, I don't have enough time and a couple of different things. But I think there's some valuable things that we can bring to the table from our experience. So first thing this morning, my wife and little girl, they're still in bed up here at the house. There, you can see it there. So I got this old plot of dirt here. This is our original farm. You can see just here. It's a little bit in the dark, so it's hard to see, but it's 30 meters long, and well, I have had 10 to 12 beds wide here, but the grass is taken over 2 beds on this side and 3 beds on that side. So I'm hoping to do 4 to 6 beds here today. Now this year, we haven't done anything. Typically this time this would be full of stuff. We've had really bad flooding in southeast Queensland. Well, in most of East Australia altogether, we've had really bad flooding for the last couple of months now. So this here was literally a swamp, and there wasn't much I could do about it up until now. It's really heavy clay. Let me see if I can get it. You can't. Yeah, well, it's breaking up a bit on top, but it's fairly heavy clay. So it's taken forever to drain. The water comes across the neighbour's field here, enters into the paddock here, and there's a little drain on both sides, but it just hasn't been enough. Just the rain falling from the sky has been enough to saturate it. So it was a swamp for months. So anyway, typically I like to get my winter onions in. Us being subtropical here, unlike a lot of guys around the place, we grow mostly in winter. But this is literally the first chance I've had to be able to get on it. So the Cyber Clydesdale. Now this being, it is a personal YouTube channel. I suppose it's not so much business orientated, but we will be using our business tools. Curly's Ag, if you haven't gathered, is a company. So the Cyber Clydesdale, I'll just spin around here so I can see what's going on, is a tool in question today. It's really growing on me lately, just the versatility it has. So yeah, people always say, okay, electric's great, yeah, in 100 years time. But I want to tell you that electric is great today. So, like I said, we've got 30 meters long, and our 1200 width, and that's 6 meters. So 6 by 12 is, I don't know, it's a lot anyway. And so I want to use a power harrow. The power harrow is down here. You can see you can't see. Oh well, I'll lift him up. There you can see under there the power harrow tines. So little quickie, power harrow, the advantage of the power harrow over the rotary hoe or whatever it be is the power harrow turns the soil on a vertical axis, so the axis is up and down. Rotary hoe turns it on a horizontal axis. So if you want to integrate stuff, a rotary hoe would be better, or our Elia 780. Whereas this here is specifically for just prepping soil, and that is what we are doing today. So I want to break up this ground, which has not been broken up for close to a year, not quite. And then what I want to do is I want to form it. So over here we got in the back of the ute the bed formers, these 2 wheels, you'll see that in a minute, and then I want to seed it with onion. So like I said, we're really late with our onion, but I want to get in our red onion at least, and we should get the crop out before it gets too hot. So I'm going to sit the camera up on the top of our workshop so you can get a good overview of the garden bed. Bear with me, and the sunlight, I hope, doesn't interfere too much with the video, but yeah, I'll bring it down every now and again to comment if we need to, but that's what we want to do today. Hey guys, it's me again. Just wanted to show you a couple of things. I found some volunteer onions. So, yeah, I went up to pull the irrigation out as you saw, and yeah, much to my surprise. Well, not surprised, I knew that they were there, but I didn't know that they were this big. And when you've got nothing else in the garden, volunteers are great. Now, one thing I wanted to show you, quick smart, this is the battery inside of here, and it is currently at 94%. Can you see that? Yeah, you can sort of just make it out there. Yeah, 94%. Anyway, no guarantees, no promises, but let's see how many percent it takes to do this garden. I can't stress to you enough. Here, look, I'll take you for a run up here. We're just pulling onions out from how hard this soil is. It's like black clay. Like the magnesium content in this thing is off the Richter scale, except clay is not measured in Richter scales. So, yeah, and it's wet. Like we haven't had rain for like 3 weeks, and like this is just, yeah, it's hard. So I may not go too deep. Let's just do our top prepping, and yeah, we'll go from there. While I'm just walking you back to the shed, I will note that there's pros and cons to all soil, and at our other farm now where we do all our farming, it's all like a sandy loamy clay, and it has not got the nutrient content of this black clay. Like, it's really, really nutritious stuff. The food we grow here is spectacular. It's just really hard to work with, and you really have to know how to work with it and to talk to it. If you miss your seasons, if you get that downpour of rain, well, you can be a whole world of hurt if you're behind. So let's give it a crack. All right, so I've just power harrowed this down the back here. Got up to the top of the shed here to check the video and found out that it stopped recording. So the $3 million question is, when did it stop recording? Yeah, what do you do with technology? Anyway, show must go on. So let's go down and have a look at what we've done. All right, okay. So, I must stress to you again, this is hard clay. It's hard. Now, so that's 30 meters long. I mean, it does look magical, doesn't it? And that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 threes are 18. So it's 180 meters squared. Yeah. 180 meters squares. We started with 94% battery, and now let's have a look at the battery meter. So I've got this battery flicked out the front as a counterweight. So the battery doubles the counterweight. Let's zoom in there. What is it? Can we see? Yes, 37%. How's that? Not bad. 180 square meters of really hard clay. Look, I would be impressed if someone has harder clay than this. I haven't gone super deep. I've probably gone an average of 150 mil deep the whole way. You see, well, she didn't see because the video cut off, but I had to go over a couple of bits twice, right in the middle where the grass and stuff was. I went over twice. You see down this side of things, where it's really easy, we just powered through that really quickly. But let's have a look. So, you know, it's done a... Oh, did you see that? Let me just do that again. So, yeah. So it's done a fairly good job. Now, I don't think I'm going to seed today, unfortunately. Was hoping to seed today, but just in my opinion, the soil structure is too not fine enough yet to seed. What I'll do is I'll put the irrigation back on, I'll give it a quick little irrigation, maybe half an hour or something. And then when the sun comes up and it expands and contracts, it'll crack itself a lot finer. And then what will happen is I hit it quickly again with the power harrow once more, and I'll leave a really nice fine tilth. What I may have a go at doing now, I might actually just stop the video and check the settings. I'll put the bed formers on the back here and form the bed so that when we go to power harrow next time, we're not going deep, it's all ready, we're just going to go over the top really quickly and seed into it. So let me just pause this, I'll check the settings, and then I might put you back up on top of the shed. Alright, just check the settings, should be good to go now. Alright, I'm going to change over the power harrow to the bed forming attachment. So we'll do that. I'll just sit you over here. So, pin out. It's a little bit heavy to that's off. Drop that down. We're going to turn our little PTO switch off on the side, and then disconnect the plugs. She's good to go. I'll just put it that way. Now, let's put on the bed former. Quick repair moment, just hold on 1 second. This one's fallen off on me before, so we'll use a bit of thread locker. That'll sort him out. She's good to go now. And I'll stick you back up on top of the shed and you can watch the bed forming going on. Alrighty then, so you can see I have formed them beds. Yeah, it's true, they do look like a mad woman's pumpkin vine, but it gets the job done. Now, I'm thinking I might run the power harrow over it once more. Oh, look, I'll take you down. Alright, so you can see that there. We made 5 beds. I said I want 4 or 6, so we went right in the middle. I've probably got a little bit over here. I might power harrow that another day. I just haven't got time. I've got to keep going. But I might just run the power harrow over these beds quickly. And see, I've brought it all fairly close to the center. When the power harrow runs over it, it'll leave a nice flat top. So we're not going to be working as hard. It's going to be really, really quick. And then we'll check it out. And maybe we might even seed after all. Let's just have a look. The sun's out now. I think it's like 9:30. I think I started here at 7:30-ish. So 2 hours I've been basically working here in the farm. You can see we got our beds. They're a little bit better. Let me see if I can. Sorry. Alright, you can see how you can see like the lines in it now. Boom, boom, boom. It is a little bit flatter than I'd like. I may come and form it again before we actually do it. But that's pretty well what I wanted to do, have them lines marked to where the beds are. And so on the way back I just come back and did this one here again. So that'll be 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over there. And we'll be good to go. I've still got the irrigation laying down over here. That's all I'm afraid we can do today. Like I said, I'll hopefully next week I'll hit it again, and all that big hard clay, I mean, you could possibly plan into it, but you know, like look at the size of that compared to my hand. There you can see it better. Yeah, it's a fairly big piece of soil structure. So I will just let it sit. Something I learned about clay is sometimes it's best just to let it sit, and then in a week I'll come back, put a bit of compost on top, and then we'll seed straight into it. But I hope that's a bit of a good informative of the Clydesdale and how we prep our soil. So from nothing, flooded beds, to this. See, there's a lot of moisture in the soil still. Oh, and last thing, let's check the battery percentage on what is going on here. I'll just flick him back over. And we are sitting at, can we see that? It's 29%. So I've bed formed, 30%, just a joke on that 29. And everything, so that's 30% down from 94%. What does that mean? We've used 64% battery. 64% battery, that's pretty good going in my opinion to do all that work with it. Electricity is the way of today, not the way of tomorrow. It's here to stay, and this battery will go and plug into our solar system, and it'll probably be charged up in an hour and good to go. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. Next week I'll bring out a new video, hopefully every Monday. Till then, see you guys later.